Hi, my name is Garrett Stangel with Balance Fitness. This is my friend and colleague Jess Davies, a physical therapist with BodyMechanics, who's going to be assisting me today on sharing some unilateral functional exercises that'll help to challenge your current workout program. Whether you're in the gym or you're at home, wherever you choose to do these exercises, the unilateral focus is going to help to strengthen weak areas on the body, as well as work in the core in every exercise that you do. And Jess will help make sure that we've got safe modifications for anybody who wants to try these.
Our exercise today is called the Turkish Get Up, and I think more than any other exercise it involves the entire body. We have an opportunity to train the shoulder unilaterally through a single arm press. We get an opportunity to roll the body up and down from the floor to work the core. We move in and out of a lunge position, working the lower body, and everything together supported by the stabilizers of the back. So I'm going to let Garrett show a few repetitions, and then we'll talk about this together. The full movement actually requires some time to learn because from here, as he goes into a single leg roll up, pressing the arm to the ceiling, almost a modified one arm side plank, making a transition back into a kneeling lunge, and then weight transitioning all the way up into that standing position. That coming back out is what we call more of the eccentric training, and eccentric exercises can be more challenging to control sometimes than raising the body off the earth, which is a little more than we would even think about. So one more time through that whole movement so you can see the fluidity of what the exercise looks like. Beautiful. As Garrett continues to move, you can see how he has a very fluid movement and very good alignment through the body. But anytime you add a complicated series of movements together, we always run a higher risk of injury. So we're going to show some variations and modifications as well as alignment principles along the way. So some individuals will actually not be strong enough to do a roll up with one leg off the ground. Could you show us a variation with the arm to the ceiling but both legs still supported on the floor?
Sure. So sitting, knees bent, or
either way.
Okay.
Having two legs on the ground.
So here I'm just taking off the load, getting rid of the weight for ease of that first movement.
For ease of that first movement. Beautiful.
This one here.
There you go.
Offhand.
There you go. So that first variation providing a lighter load or a lighter resistance. The second increasing his base of support that he's moving from. From here moving into a side plank, one of the most important things from an alignment standpoint is just looking at shoulder to wrist, okay? Sometimes if the hand gets positioned too far underneath the body, we end up overextending or hyperextending the wrist. So we want to make sure that alignment is truly hand underneath shoulder. Okay, so from a kneeling lunge standpoint, Garrett's doing a great job of keeping his knee over the front part of his foot, which will be important as he starts to transition to that leg in standing. For some people, having a weight overhead can be a lot of load for the shoulder and actually for the back. So releasing that load and going through the same motions is another way of protecting the spine a little bit more. Through this whole transition, one of the errors I see people make is going into too much back extension and allowing the back to move backwards as the arm extends overhead. So Garrett's showing good alignment, keeping the rib cage stacked right over the pelvis. And then that final transition up to standing. I would say the biggest variation we can offer is to allow yourself to use the hands to support if that transition is too much for a knee joint to handle.
Agreed.